What's going on there, everybody? Welcome to Detroit. Well, let's put it a little bit differently. Welcome to live a little bit in the suburbs, about an hour north of Detroit. And we're going to do a vlog here and getting the kids ready. We're going to go for a drive. We're going to go a little bit more north, even into a little bit more rural area. We just got to get out of the house a little bit. Not going anywhere where people are. We're going to keep our distance. Today is March 14th. And quarantine, stay in your house is kind of started to officially be announced. They just closed schools for at least 1 month. Technically it's 3 weeks, but then we have the Easter holiday, so schools are going to be closed for at least 1 month here, and we're going to get into it a little bit. I think it's going to be a lot longer, and so I'm going to grab the kids here. We're going to go a little bit north. I'll let you ride. We're going to go look at some of their favorite. We got some big windmills around here. Yes, we got windmills here in Michigan. And then go up to the lake. It's going to be frozen and cold, but something to do that doesn't involve being around other people. So we've been kind of self-quarantining ourselves a little bit here, not because we've been exposed that we know of, but I've been following what's been going on with the CV, the coronavirus, since mid-January. So I've been a little bit concerned about it, especially if it came here to the United States. Here in Michigan, we do have confirmed cases in Oakland, Macomb, St. Clair County. It just kind of started. And this week, some of the panic started in a little bit with people running on toilet paper, grabbing some food and stuff like that. But one of the main reasons that I'm nervous right now, to be honest with you, is not that many people seem to really be nervous. People are annoyed. They're annoyed that the schools are closed. They're annoyed that means they've got to figure out something for childcare. They're annoyed that some of their favorite activities have been canceled. They're annoyed that they can't find what they want normally at the store. They're annoyed. People are annoyed that normal everyday life is changing. America, wake up. Life is going to be a lot different. A lot different for more than a few weeks. Everyone doesn't really seem to think about it, and that's what I'm nervous about. You'll see, I got my mask. I'm going to show you this. I've got my mask. Had it for a little while. I've got a couple masks. I've got some goggles. I'm going to get you settled. Got my mask. Got my goggles. I don't even know if you can get them anymore. If you didn't get them January, beginning of February, forget about it. But, I want to show this here. Here's a post I put on Facebook a month ago, because Facebook was showing these public service announcements telling people, hey, here's how you stop the spread of coronavirus. And if that didn't freak you out and get you start prepared, then I don't know what it is. But that's what's freaking me out. I have a mask. I wear my mask when I go outside. My wife is actually not feeling good. We don't think it's coronavirus. She hasn't been feeling good for the last little bit. She has a fairly significant virus that they have her on some medication for. And they kind of wanted her to, let that immune system heal and kind of stay in the house and rest as much as possible for the next 10 to 14 days anyway. So she's not going out. We homeschool our kids. I thankfully work from home. But there's still all kinds of crazy things going on. But I go outside. I drive around, or if I go ahead and put on my mask and we go get something, I have not seen anybody, zero people wearing a mask. Restaurants completely full. Nobody cares. Everybody thinks it's going to be an annoyance. They're going to close schools. Everything's going to be fine. And I've been following some people here on YouTube that have been doing vlogs and letting people know what's going on in China, in Wuhan, and Shenzhen, and all these other cities. And they actually had their stuff together because communist government. I guess they can do whatever they want, right? Shut things down. Listen. There's a very real chance. And if you don't think this is a real chance, you pay attention, you do your research, and you need to look out there. Because there's a very, very real chance that major cities, or at least cities in the United States of America, are going to be locked down. No travel in, no travel out. Take a look and watch. I'm going to put a link down. Watch the president's press conference today when they were asked him, what do you think about limiting domestic travel? And he's like, it's on the table. We might have to do that. So you think this is inconvenient that your kids aren't in school, or that you can't find toilet paper, or that I'm telling you, this is a very real possibility. Is it going to happen? I don't know. No one knows for sure if it's going to happen or not. But you have to prep yourself and prepare for the fact, yes, it can happen, and yes, it can happen here in the United States of America. So yes, it's possible here in the United States of America. How am I doing right here? Fortunately, I live about an hour north of Detroit. It's a rural area. So when you watch these videos, you watch these vlogs, you're going to get the perspective. I want to show you guys every single day, at least create a log of what it's been like to live through this crisis. This is going to be a crisis that this generation's going to remember. I got a 16-year-old. I got an 18-year-old. I told my 18-year-old, this is going to be your remember when. This will be one of your first remember whens. And so if you think this is just going to blow over, listen, I think there's a very real possibility in the state of Michigan and other ones that have closed schools. School is over for the rest of the year. I told my 18-year-old who's a senior in high school, you probably just had your last day of school. Because we're already talking middle of April. If you look at what they did in China, you look at what they've done in Italy, all these other places, it didn't end in 4 weeks. It ended up being 2 months, 3 months. It's over. This year's probably over. If you think your kids are going back to school in April, maybe they will. Who knows? But I'm telling you, probability-wise, compared to what the rest of the world has done, probably not. School's probably over for the year. And we're going to get, I got some things, I've got lots of opinions, as you see. I own a small business. Yeah. It's tough. It's going to be tough. And I'm going to talk about how to prepare for that, what you guys need to do financially, from my perspective, and how you need to kind of, hopefully this is a different perspective for some people watching this. I think it's important. You should listen to and watch people that have different perspectives, because at least maybe there's one or two things you can learn out of it. Everyone thinks this is funny. You know, it's a laugh, it's ha ha ha. I survived the media hype. And it doesn't even matter if this is a real thing, if it's going to affect you or not. Here's what you need to pay attention to. The panic is going to be real. When you can't get your groceries at the grocery store, people are going to panic, and you're going to feel that. All right, so I'm going to take this drive. So here's day one. I'm going to try to do this daily. Here's day one of the daily vlog. A couple things to take away. One, I'm scared, and you should be scared or concerned. Not scared. Scared's the wrong word. I don't want us to be scared. But if you're not panicking, or if you're not worried, you should be worried because more people aren't worried. There's no way this is going to end quickly, as in like a week or two. This is not going to pass that quick. Barring some miracle drug announcement or something else that really calms people's fears down and we're able to push through it fairly quickly, maybe. But until that happens, you know, we always got to change based on the information we have. But until that happens, this is going to be 2-3 months at least before things start to come back to normal. All right? So that's my biggest thing. And the other thing is, like I mentioned earlier, I want you guys, this is a big thing that I want to get through in this video. If you don't think that major U.S. cities could be completely locked down, this is not inconvenient yet. This is not inconvenient. What could be on the horizon? You better be prepared. Don't be prepared for 1 week's of groceries. You've got to have 4-6 weeks minimum of stuff in your house. And I don't have anything to sell. All right? I'm not going to tell you to come buy my supply. I don't have anything to gain from that. I've got stuff here. We can get by for a little bit. But I'm lucky. I live in rural Midwest. We have snowstorms. We're kind of always have to be prepared that, you know, we might not be able to get out for a week. But this is going to be longer than that. Don't think, though, that major U.S. cities cannot be in lockdown. It absolutely can happen. It can happen here in Detroit, New York, Rochelle, New York, Seattle, Portland, Washington. It could happen. You got to be ready for it. All right, guys, that's all I got. Hopefully I didn't scare you. Don't be scared. Let's just share ideas. Let's be prepared. I want to show you what life has actually been like here during the CV crisis 2020 and how we're getting through here in Metro Detroit, suburban Detroit. Okay, an hour outside Detroit. Mid-America, this is how we're surviving. It's my thoughts. Till next time. See ya!